Hi. So another day. The van's been in the workshop now since Monday and today is Wednesday. I was there yesterday. They haven't even finished the back door and they're so busy. But when I was there yesterday, they promised that they were going to cut the hole in the roof to put the aircon in. So the aircon's 24 volt, I found out, and my lithium battery is 24 volt. So I'm trying to go up there every day, even though I don't really need to go up there every day. The reason why I'm going is I just want them to see that I'm checking every day. It's a pain in the arse because there's a lot of traffic. So I'm going up there every day because I want to show them that I'm keeping my eye on things and I want to see them making progress. Because I don't want to wait like 4 days or 5 days or whatever and go there and nothing's been done and start complaining then. So if they can see me showing up every day, they're not going to like that too. Well, I don't know if they're not going to like it, but they're going to realise they're going to have to get a lot done. So yesterday was the first kind of day that I showed up after they're supposed to be doing some work, and today is the second day. So yesterday they'd pulled the ceiling out and they have not all of it, but what they needed to do, and they're putting the aircon on. So when I get up there, going a bit later today, when I get up there, if the aircon's in, they might be getting ready to cut the hole to put the roof rack on. So at this minute I don't know what to expect. I might get up there and nothing's done again, but I'll probably start moaning. Really good at moaning, so I'll probably start moaning about that. But anyway, let's try to imagine that it's going to be okay. So that's where I am with that. So in one of my last videos I was saying that I would look like I was going to have a really good start to this year and it would have made a big difference to everything. Unfortunately, everything that I did at the end of last year all went wrong. So I'm starting this year with no business, nothing in the pipeline. So whilst I'm okay, I start to panic. I have panic attacks, I have nightmares, all kinds of things. So I've got to get back on. I've been working hard now, not as hard as I should do because I've got too many things going on, but I'm trying to start doing some viewings, hopefully within this month get a deal, otherwise I'm in a bit of trouble. So it means everything's going to have to slow down a bit with the van, sadly, but never mind, it's at least I'm on the track with it. So I'm going to get more jobs done at the shop than what I really should afford to. So I'm going to have to bring money from the UK, which is my pension, which I shouldn't really touch. But at the moment I don't need to, but I think I'm going to have to do. So we'll see. Depends what happens in the next, say, 30 days from now, if I'm lucky. But it doesn't, the real estate doesn't work out like that. You've got to be 2 months, you know, so the chances of that are highly unlikely. So that's where I am. Still debating about the toilet. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to buy the toilet, but I'm not going to buy it now because it's quite expensive to get a good one, you know. I'd rather use the bucket for a little bit till I can afford the good decent looking toilet. And I've got to think where I can put it as well because I'm pretty much built up. But since I've taken the ceiling out of the van, I can see that I can have cupboards up top, so that's great. So I'm gonna have loads of places to put things. The only thing I have to think about is the weight, because there's things that I didn't plan. I mean, the battery's heavy, really heavy. Then of course we've got the weight of the aircon. Then that roof rack is really stainless steel and it is so heavy. I mean, I couldn't pick it up. I think it'll take 4 men to put it on the top of the van. I'm quite shocked actually. If I'd have known before, I wouldn't have put that one on. Definitely wouldn't, but anyway. So we'll see what happens when I get up there. We'll see if I can buy the toilet. I don't need it, so it wouldn't make sense. I don't need it. I need it, but I don't need it now. So I think I'll have to be patient about that. And there's still quite a lot of work. I mean, I can't see me going out in that van for at least 2 more weeks, but you never know. And then the test will come. That's when it'll hit me, and I'll know then whether I've been a complete idiot or I've done a great thing. Because once the van is back, hopefully Monday, we'll see. I'd like to think I could get it back on Saturday evening, but we'll see. If it's Monday, it's Monday. And then we'll start putting the units back in, because now it's empty. We'll put the units back in. And really then, I've got no reason, even if the units won't be finished. They won't be finished for weeks. The van won't be finished for probably another 2 months, the way I want it. Maybe even longer, depends on money. There's so many things I want to do with it, but I don't have to do it right away, so I just have to accept that. So I think, actually, within, depending when it comes back, if it comes back this weekend, I think it'll take about 2 days to put back in what I need to be able to go out in the van with. So then I'll be going out and testing it and see how it goes. So I've got enough to, I'm having the windows darkened, but they're not dark enough that you could actually sleep in there and have such as your computer glaring or something. People will be able to see in. I bought curtains, but the curtains don't look right. And I bought blackout for the silver, you know, for the sun, but they only cover about 80% of the window. So that kind of thing's a bit of an issue. But, you know, if I can't keep waiting for everything, I'm just going to have to go out and try it and see how it goes. And I'm trying to think now in advance, like, where am I going to go? What's the first thing we're going to do? How's it going to go? What am I going to be thinking about? And I'm thinking that my first trip will have to be local, obviously. I don't want to be far away, but I don't want to be too local that I give up halfway through because I want my comforts and think I'll sod it and go back home. That's not good. And there's lots of places I know that I'd like to go now, even in the car, but when you get there, it's all fully parked up. You can't get a decent spot. But when I'm out in my van, if I arrive like 6 o'clock in the morning, nobody's there at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be able to get the best spots. And I won't be worried about getting out if I get blocked in. I'll just stay there. So all these things are going through my mind. So that's where I am. So that's looking a bit scary because they're putting the aircon on. And so there's a box inside that's quite far down, look. So that's going to stop the walking space there. Yeah, it's going to reduce it a lot. Nothing I can do about that. So I don't know why, but that got me really stressed. I can't even explain why I let something like that get me stressed, because it is what it is. It's just nerve-wracking. It just feels like, you know, like, I think the main reason, trying to analyse it, is the fact that it's not like I've done this camping before and I know 100% that I should be doing it and that I'm going to like it. It's like I'm doing it without any real like thought and consideration, and thinking to myself, well, what if this goes wrong? What if I have to pay a fortune on the tax? Or, you know, what happens if I don't like it? And all these things, and I get anxious. I really don't plan, you know, I just think it sounds a good idea, let's do that. But I always think that you can also plan and then not do it because you think about it too much. I am like properly a little bit freaking out. I think I better turn the video off and try to like relax a bit. I don't know, it's really got my palpitations going up. I'm thinking about that aircon, why it's so like come so far down into the cabin, and I've just realised because there's a cover that goes on it which is about half deep to the roof of the cabin, like the roof, and then you normally have a ceiling, but I haven't got a ceiling, and I'm going to reduce my ceiling quite a bit because I want the roof space, the ceiling space, to be able to stand up, because there's about, I would say I can save about 2.5 centimetres extra for walking around, which absolutely means I can walk straight up. Just not much space, but I don't need much space for standing up. But that's why it hangs so low. So when they put the cap on it, that cap is not going to reach the ceiling. So we're going to have to block wood around that somehow. They're just all challenges. And then this morning we've been messing about with my floating trailer. Now what do I mean by a floating trailer? Of course that's my name for it, but it's a trailer that connects to the tow bar. I don't have a tow bar on the van at the minute, I have one on the car, but I do want to get one on the van. So it connects to the tow bar, but it's got no wheels. Kind of balances somehow. And I know that the strength of that tow bar and the tow trailer can carry 40 kilos, and my bike is 20 kilos, so let's say 25 kilos to be on the safe side. But I think that when they say 40 kilos, they probably can do 50 kilos, and you know, they say 40 on the safe side. Anyway, so when I bought the floating trailer, I didn't like how it works. So we're at the moment, we're kind of, what's the word? Well, we're changing it, adapting it, there's another word, modifying it. And that's giving me a headache as well, because we think about doing it a certain way, then we realise the wheels, anyway, we realise the pedals on the bike can't work, sliding it in, or this catches on it, or anyway, these are the challenges that I should really take in my stride, and I think I would. I think the problem is because my money's running down. I think that's what's upsetting me at the minute, just because I've got to start using my pension money. I don't like to do that. So that's, I'm okay at the minute, but I will. So I think that's what's panicking me, not the van, to be honest with you. I woke up not feeling great today. I am a bit crazy how I put myself under this pressure. Most people wouldn't do that. But I'm a great believer that within the next 30 days, I'll make it work again. I'll get a deal. I'll figure it out, you know, that's what I do. And if I don't do it in 30 days, I'll be okay. Anyway, that's where I am. And today I brought my dog, my little Hopies, with me today in the car. That just remind me I've got to go to the vets. And she's as good as gold, because she absolutely loves being in the car. She loves it. She could sit in this car 4 or 5 hours, no problem, unless she wants to go for a pee-pee. She's no problem at all. She'll just sit there, and it'll be even better when we get the van. She can sit and lie on the bed and see out of the windows. Now when she sits in the chair, she can't really see out of the window so much. So I'm quite looking forward when the van is up and running and the bed's made up and she can sit on the bed and she can see outside. That'll be fabulous for her. She'll be able to drive along the road and she'll be able to look outside, etc., etc. So